Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, we're on a bit of an adventure on the Red Hill Valley Trail. We are just going to do a bit of a scouting trip today and see if we can come across any interesting compositions. There is a bit of a trail down here that does diverge, so there's a bunch of different paths we can look around. I'm going to lock my scooter up somewhere around here and then we can kind of hike around. So while I was coming down, I came across this tree right here. So as I was coming down the road here, I saw this tree, and this kind of caught my attention. See how the branches are ever so broken right here, and it looks like you can almost climb up the tree. And the fact that there's almost no branches down here, but the foliage behind does kind of draw the attention away from it. So I'm gonna have to, I don't even know, pull my camera out first, walk around a little bit, see if I can find a composition I like. One of the big problems, though, is when trying to do landscape photography is you are absolutely at the whim of the weather. So now as the sun is starting to come up a bit better, it definitely is getting brighter out. It's giving a nice glow to the scene. There are quite a few clouds in the sky right now, though, so I mean, even when the sun does break through, I don't know if we're going to get very much. I don't want all of the tree where you can start seeing the greenery. It kind of detracts from it a little bit. I like it how you can see like almost like the wood has been cleaned off as if it's been debarked or something. All right, so we have it 2.5 seconds, f5.6. I set this one for a 10-second timer to make sure all of the shake is out of the tripod. All right, so we're just gonna grab the drone out, do a little bit of a scout around, see how it looks. We got our first photograph already of the tree behind me over there. Not sure how it's going to look till I can see it in the picture, kind of in the computer. As on the back of the camera, the resolution of the screen is hit or miss, whereas with the 4K monitor, at least I have at home, I can actually see the picture a little bit better, especially when editing it. As today, the light is not quite kicking off yet. As you can see in the drone footage already, there is beautiful light out, but I guess the foliage here is still a little bit just too dense. All right, so we're continuing down the trail a little bit. I want to see if there's anything more around the corner that we could look at. Maybe find another composition. I'm just not 100% sure if we will actually get some light today. The clouds seem to be getting a little bit thicker. Oh, the birch tree's just right there. So I'm looking at the crotch of the tree right there between the one. You can actually see right through. Right through, you can see towards the second tree, that one right there. So I was going to look, see if there's a composition between these two trees. This picture kind of looks interesting where you just sort of see between the two V's of the tree, but there's also a bit of flowers sort of starting to pop out from some of the trees on this side. So I'm going to see if I can get a closer handheld one. All right, leveling tripod head. All right, now let's see what we got. One-sixth of a second, f/16, ISO 1000. So I'm just going to drop that back down to 100. And then, all right, so I'm going to try stacking these two photos. I have one from the forward tree, one from the back tree. However, I just noticed right now the angle is not quite what I wanted. .3 seconds, f/16, ISO 100. I'm focusing on the backdrop tree. That should be good enough now. So that's two photos I'm not crazy about, but they actually look interesting, so I'm curious to see how they will turn out. It's interesting, when you first started out this morning, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to come across. I didn't even think I was going to find anything. All right, let's get going again. Hopefully it should, the sun might pop out later. So later on in the day, I should come back here, see if any of the compositions change or if I find anything different with some sunlight. Such a beautiful day to come out for photographs. I almost said fuck it this morning and decided not to come out. Don't know if it's coming through on the camera or not, but you can actually see these white flowers. Everything's crunching underneath my feet. Oh. Groundskeeper's out cutting the grass. Nice if it warms up later. Ah, here we are back at the scooter. I guess we'll keep on riding up and down the road and see if we can find anything else. See you guys in a bit. Oh, what a beautiful morning for photography. We've gotten a couple photos already I'm happy with, as well as some footage from my drone I want to take a look at. And I think I even got a photo with my drone. So I'll make sure I'll put that in the video now so you guys can see it. Just being able to pare down to the bare essentials of my monopod, my tripod, my camera, my drone, my controllers, batteries, chargers, basically a lot of shit. So I'm just trying to get the lightest possible load I can so that way I can extend the range with my scooter. Although later on, you'll see a few more videos about that. I do have a couple ideas of how to extend that with an actual portable battery bank, as well as a solar panel to be able to collect solar energy. So come summertime, there should be a lot more interesting videos about that. You have that to look forward to, as well as some cityscape photography. Well, after being wounded for today, I guess we'll go back, see if we can find any more compositions and charge my camera. Talk to you guys later.